Hello everyone. Are you there, RJ?
Yes, sir. Can we start?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome all. I'm Archie from the team of CISA Council. I welcome you all to the webinar for everything you need to know about new CISA Job Practice 2024. Before starting, a small request to everyone, please switch on your camera so that we can capture this moment of your active participation. I request if you can switch on your camera. Thank you, Hiranya. Thank you, Charan. Thank you, Pavan. Thank you, Varsha. Thank you, everyone. JISA Council is non-for-profit organization aiming to empower individuals and organizations through the promotion of skilled training and certification. JISA Council promotes various training and certification programs like Associate Information System Auditor, CSIM, CRISC, CISA, ISO 27001-2022 Lead Auditor, Associate Cybersecurity Analyst, CISSP Prep Training, GDPR Specialist, and many. Within 9 months of establishment, JISA Council has educated and trained 1,500 plus professionals from 55 countries, more than 125 global enterprises, out of which 30 plus of Fortune 500 companies. Thank you for your trust on JISA Council. Mr. Sachin Hissaria is the esteemed speaker for today's webinar. Best wishes to all the participants. Sachin sir, over to you. Thank you.
Yeah. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, perfect, guys. So I am sharing my screen. Let me know once the screen is visible. It's visible, guys. The screen is visible to everyone.
Yes,
Yes.
it is visible. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as per your respective time zone. We are here to discuss about the CISA exam syllabus updations. So there is a change in the CISA syllabus. So this change is become applicable from 1st August 2024. So if anyone who is planning to appear for CISA after 31st July, so then the exam will be conducted as per the new syllabus only. So in this webinar, we will be going to discuss what are the changes that has been done in the new syllabus. So all the changes we will be going to discuss domain wise. So I would be providing you the high level details of each of the topic that is being added. Okay. And we will discuss that with domain one first. So guys, in the domain one, like overall they have reduced the percentage of domain one. As per the old syllabus, it was consisting 21% of the total questions that is being asked in the examination, and now the weightage of domain one have been reduced to 18%. So they have reduced the 3 percentage weightage in the domain one, but they have added some topic here. Okay, so let me discuss what are the topic that is being added to the domain one. So in the domain one, basically they have focused on the artificial intelligence. Okay, so basically in the domain one, they have added one topic which talks about what is the role of RPA and AI in the auditing field. Okay, in the auditing field. So basically what happened is nowadays you might have seen that there is a lot of boom in this sector, artificial intelligence. So CISA has added this topic in our domain one, that suppose as an auditor, when you are doing the audit of a company, how you can leverage the artificial intelligence and RPA tool. Okay, to what extent you can use this tool. With the help of this tool, how you can do the automation in the auditing. So guys, basically what happened in market, also a lot of RPA tools are already available. So I will give you a couple of example. For example, there is an one company, Automation Edge, who is providing the RPA solutions, robotic process automation solution, RPA solutions they are providing. Then there is another company. Okay, I'm just giving you this real life example so that you understand that all this kind of technologies are already there in the market. Auditor have started using those technology. Basically, with the help of RP and AI tool, what auditor will do, guys, auditor will reduce the overall audit risk with the help of RP and AI tool. How it happens? Suppose when you are doing a manual verifications of any transaction, obviously you will do that on a sample basis. But suppose instead of a manual testing, instead of a manual verification, you are using some tool. You are using some tool. Then what will happen? Your sample size will automatically increase, and it will result into a increase in the audit efficiency and decrease in the audit risk. Earlier also, guys, in the CISA syllabus, there was one topic which is a CAT, like computer audited assisted tool. So if you have, suppose, if you have read it as per the old syllabus, you might be knowing about this, where as an auditor, it is beneficial when we, in order to do the testing, suppose if we use a CAT tool, it also increases the audit efficiency and it decreases the audit. So similarly, the EI and RPA tool are the next version of the CAT tool. Okay, it is a more advanced version of a CAT tool. So in the entire topic, what are the points that is being added? Now let me discuss that. First, I have just given you the overview about this topic. That this topic has been added in a domain one. In this, now they have added the role of RPA and AI within the audit life cycle. So basically, like what is a high level audit life cycle? If we discuss, so high level audit cycle is what planning, then the field work your, okay, and then your reporting. So this is what the high level audit life cycle. Now in each of these steps, they have encouraged the auditor to use the AI or ML tool. Okay, they have encouraged the auditor to use the AI ML tool. If you are not speaking, you can please mute yourself. So basically, in the planning, for example, when as an auditor you are doing a planning, guys, at the time of planning, also you can use the AI ML tool to generate certain audit checklist. Okay, you can use this tool. Suppose if you want to prepare any RCM, with the help of this you can prepare the RCM as well. You can do your audit planning properly with the help of RPA tool. Similarly, in the field work also you can use this tool. For example, you want to analyze the data, you want to analyze in SOPs and the policy procedures with certain regulatory requirement to check whether the policies includes the requirement of regulators or not. You want to compare the policy procedures with certain other documents. So those kind of comparisons are being possible with the help of AI ML tool. Okay. So as an auditor, you can use those tools in the field work. Similarly, in the reporting stage also, you can use this AI ML tool. Basically, for each of this, like for the AI and ML, there are different techniques. Basically, there are certain tools which is providing you a facility of a text summarization. So basically, with the help of that tool, suppose if you want to write an executive summary of a detailed observation, so with the help of text summarization, you can write an executive summary. There are certain tools which will help you to classify a data. So basically, at each the stages, you can use this AIML tool. This is what is being added here. Then the second topic is what audit algorithm. Basically, in this, they have added a requirement that as an auditor, you should understand the whatever applications that is being there. You should understand what algorithm organizations are using. Okay, which algorithm they are using, whether that algorithm is secure or whether that algorithm is not secure. So as an auditor, you need to collect some information about the algorithms that are being used. Basically, for that also, nowadays, if you will see the consulting firm are providing a specific consulting for algo audit. Generally, there is a new term in the market which is an algo audit. So they are doing an algo audit to make sure that algorithm that are being used, whether those algorithm are secure or not. Basically, the algorithms are used for the encryption, like in domain 5. If, when we discuss about the encryptions and all, at the time we use certain algorithm to encrypt the data, correct? So Here they have added a topic that as an auditor you should understand what algorithm organizations are using, whether those are secure, not secure, what kind of assessments has been done, whether organization has conducted such audit or not. Okay. Then AIML technique. So there are a lot of AIML technique available in the market. This AIML technique use cases are discussed from the auditor's perspective. Okay. So, like as I told you about a text summarization, then topic analysis, search and retrieval, this kind of certain AIML technique which are being added in our syllabus as an auditor, we can use those technique in our audit also. Okay. Then this two topic added, which talks about the interpretation of AIML result and AIML audit and consideration. So, as an auditor, suppose if you are using any AI or ML AIML tool, or if you are using an RPA tool, then you need to make sure that whatever results that is being derived from that AIML tool, that result doesn't includes any biasness. Basically, whenever we are talking about AI tool, now AI tool will also works basis on some logics. So suppose if that logic is not correct, if there is a biasness in the logic, then the outcome will also not be correct. So basically, here it is written that as an auditor, you need to evaluate those results thoroughly. You need to make sure proper test cases has been developed, okay, to evaluate the result, and you need to consider their risk, okay. What is the risk of using those tool? What are the considerations that you have taken care before using those tools? So basically, this is all that is added to your a domain one. Basically, in short, what we have discussed, we have just discussed about the role of artificial intelligence in the IS audit that is being added in your domain one. Okay. No
Hey
audio.
Sachin, hey
Yeah,
Sachin, this is Matt. Can I ask a quick question regarding
yeah, yeah.
this?
Please, please.
Hey, I was in your previous class first. In case you're wondering, like, hey, how come I joined this? I had to drop out because of some other commitments, so I'm rejoining this class. So I just want
Okay.
to let you know that. And the second thing is regarding this IS audit. Is the expectation? You mentioned that hey, there are no biases in there. The result set's kind of
Correct.
is clear, right? You mentioned that. So who's
Yeah.
in charge of creating those controls?
Basically, here as an auditor, when you will be using any tool, for example, you have deployed a Root RPA, which is a robotic process automation tool. So here we will not verify the audit is control max. As an auditor, we have to use our AIML tool in the audit, basically to increase the audit efficiency and to decrease the audit risk. So you have to evaluate your own results, the own results which you are getting from your RPA tool, from your AI tool. So that is what is the expectations here.
Okay, so you're not in charge of creating the controls.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, suppose any conclusion that has been drawn with the help
Hmm.
of AIML tool. So before drawing those conclusion, you need to make sure that there is no biasness in that conclusion. Correct?
Gotcha.
Because
Got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are drawing the conclusion based on that results that is being written. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. So, guys, this is all about domain one. See, I would be discussing very high level. Okay, the changes at a very high level, not in a much detail, just to give you the brief so that you understand what are the topic that has been added in the new syllabus. Okay, now let me discuss about domain one, guys. Sorry, domain two. Domain two is a governance and the management of IT. In the governance and the management of IT, earlier this domain was consist 17%. Now it consists the 18%, okay, of your total syllabus. So 1% has been increased in domain 2. In domain 2, they have added a topic regarding the data privacy. Now, data privacy again, it is a new topic in the market. Correct, in India also, like DPDP Act has been recently formed. So basically, they have added a detailed requirement related to data privacy. Earlier, also there was some discussion on the data privacy, but that discussion was not in a much detail. This time, they have added a much detailed discussion on a data privacy, which talks about the privacy documentations. Okay, so as an organization, whenever you are collecting any PII or SPI information, PII stands for what, guys? Personal.
Information.
identical information. Okay. So whenever organization is collecting any PII information or SPI, which is a sensitive personal information from their customer, from the users, then it is very important that we should implement a mechanism of privacy notice and consent. Okay. So basically, as a part of this clause, organizations requires to maintain certain type of privacy documentation. So the first documentation which talks about here is what? Privacy notice and consent form. Okay, so I will show you a live example for this. Okay, maybe let me open some website and let me just show you how the privacy notice will look like, how the consent will look like. For example, guys, here I have opened one website. This website will help me to get my PAN card. In order to get my PAN card, I have to provide my Aadhaar number here, which is my personal identical information. So when this website is collecting this personal identical information, first they are asking me to provide the consent, that I understand that my Aadhaar data shall be used for the purpose of what? What purpose? So the purpose is also being specified here. So this is what, whatever I am showing you here is what? This is a consent form. Okay, this is what? This is the consent form. So whenever you are collecting any uh, uh, PII information, you need to include that consent form. Consent form should include certain details. Okay, now in the consent form there are certain details which needs to be included, that what is the purpose of collecting the information, what personal data is being collected, how that personal data will be used, how long you will retain the data. Okay, where that data will be stored. So there are certain detail which needs to be included into the consent. So here all the detail you will see. For example, this data you are collecting for the purpose of e-PAN card. Once you provide this data, then your demographical details like this will be shared by the UIDI. The purpose is also being mentioned. And then in order to give the details about how the data will be stored, till what time the data will be stored, what company have done? Company have provided a reference to their privacy policy. Company has provided a reference to their privacy policy, that please refer to my privacy policy as well, because your PII information will be stored as per my organization's privacy policy. So that is also added here, that you need to give that privacy notice as well to the customers or to the users from whom you are collecting that information. Organization also need to maintain the PII inventory, personal information inventory needs to be maintained by the organizations. Okay, so basically, by any chance, guys, have you seen the PII inventory? Have you seen the PII inventory? Any one of you, by any chance?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
I
what
have
does it
seen that.
include? What does it includes basically? Can you just tell me quickly?
I mean, see, PII inventory has I mean, it has to be first of all structured, like we have, we uh, organize the data in other systems. It has to be structured. It has to be easily retrievable, and
Correct.
where possible, it has to be encrypted. So those are the
But
some things which are which are the controls which are implemented. It has to be backup. It's the CIA concept also applicables there. So PIA inventory is altogether a thought process where we think of CIA as well as encryption, as well as retrievability, whom it will be accessible to, and where it will be stored.
yeah, so basically, the PII inventory is nothing but it includes that what kind of personal information or what kind of personal data that is being collected by the department or by the application. For example, suppose if I have to maintain a PII inventory for this particular portal, okay, then in my PII inventory, I will write that I am collecting a PAN number, I am collecting the Aadhaar number, I am collecting the date of birth. Okay, so likewise, PII inventory will include what data is being collected by that application or by that department. Generally, this inventory would be maintained in the form of spreadsheet. In some organization, there are some tools in which they maintain an inventory. So once the inventory is being maintained, organization can implement certain control, as rightly mentioned by Sapna, like, you need to make sure that the encryption is there at a rest, encryption is there in a transit. Those information should have access to the limited set of users. Role-based access are given. So those kind of controls can be implemented if that inventory is handily available. So that is also a requirement that organization need to maintain an inventory of the PII data. Then they also need to maintain some other documents, like they need to maintain an activity logs. Okay, this is a generic requirement. It was also there in previously also it was there, but now they have added this requirement specifically for the data privacy perspective. Then data protections and legal requirement, like as per your law of land, you need to, what kind of legal requirements applicable to the company. Organization need to do the privacy risk assessment. For example, in our previous syllabus, we were discussing about a risk assessment. Now there is a requirement that from the privacy perspective also, organization need to do a risk assessment, that what kind of PII or SPI information that is being collected by the company. Okay, then how those PII informations are stored, how those are protected. So that risk assessment is being carried out. We will identify the threat and vulnerability specifically to the PIA records. Okay, so privacy risk assessment will be carried out. Privacy impact assessment will be carried out. Those reports will be documented. Then, as a part of privacy, organization need to form the certain committee. Like there is a person like DPO, data privacy officers being appointed. Correct. So, what kind of data privacy reports that is being discussed in that committee, those reports would be maintained. Then training activity, specific training needs to be conducted from the perspective of data privacy, so that training activity records will be maintained. Then data incident register and individual right register. So basically these are nothing but these are the type of documentation which organization need to maintain as a part of privacy framework, okay, or data privacy program or principle. Then they have added a topic of an audit. So basically this is also a requirement that organization need to conduct an audit, okay, of their privacy framework. So that is also added here. Then data governance and a classification. Okay, so basically here they have focused on the classification part, that how organizations data needs to be classified as per their data classification policy. Okay, and then again for the classification also, guys, generally organizations are using a tool. So whenever users are creating any document, they have to classify that document as per the data classification policy. In the classification policy, you will see different labels are there. As per the classification label, organization will implement certain controls in the DLP. So that is also there. Then inventory needs to be maintained. Okay, and all the legal requirement which are applicable to the company, those requirement needs to be identified. As I mentioned you, that consent form should include, and consent should be designed as per the applicable regulatory requirement. If you will read the DPDP Act, if you will read the GDPR Act, in all those acts, basically there is a specific requirement how the consent needs to be taken from the customer. What are the points that is being included into the consent? So those requirements needs to be adhered. Okay, and similarly, whenever organizations are doing any border transaction, in that case also organization need to ensure that the applicable regulatory requirements are being taken care, because generally there is a one requirement that uh, the data needs to be stored in the country of origin only. Like for example, Indian customer data you cannot store outside the India, correct? So for the cross border data flow, okay, or you need to make sure that organization is complying with the applicable regulatory requirement or not. Okay, so this is being added here. Then The next topic is what? Information security management. So basically, in this topic, they were talking about that how organization need to manage their information security with the help of risk assessment, with the help of security policy development and all. So I would say that this topic was also there in the previous syllabus. Okay, but it was spreaded in the different domain. Like in domain 5 we were discussing something about an SIM. In domain 2 we were discussing something about a risk assessment. Domain 1 talking about a policy development. So as a part of information security management, they have listed down certain requirements that organization need to do the risk assessment. They should have a proper incident response and management. There should be a security awareness training program. Vulnerability assessment needs to be conducted. So I would say this is not a new topic. It is just that the multiple small topics are being merged and they have formed a new topic, information security management. Okay, so that is all about domain 2, guys. In domain 2, this many topics are being added. Domain 2 mainly focusing on the data privacy program and a principle. And as a part of data privacy program principle, organization need to make sure that certain documentation as listed down below are being there. Audit is being carried out as per the applicable regulatory requirement. The data governance mechanism is there. The document classifications controls are being there. Okay, so that is all about domain 2. In case of any query, any doubt, you can ask, guys. Anything that you want to discuss in domain 2, you can ask. Can we move to the next domain, guys? Somebody, yeah, tell me.
Are there any topics that have been taken out, like for
No,
domain
no,
one and domain two?
no, nothing has been taken out. Okay, it is
Okay.
just that they have added the new topic. Okay, there is no
All right.
written syllabus as such. Okay. I missed the on the data governance and information security management. So basically, in the data governance and information security management, what we have discussed as a part of applicable regulatory requirement, organization need to form certain committees. They need to form. They need to appoint certain person. The governance mechanism needs to be established, and the applicable policies processes needs to be drafted. Okay, so this is about the governance and information security management. What I have discussed that previously also those topics was there as a part of information security management. Organization need to do the risk assessment. Then there should be a process of a VAPT, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing. Correct. Then incident response and management process, security awareness training, security architecture diagrams. Okay, then BCPDR. So basically, they have just added those small topics here as a part of information security management, so that it is just providing a guidance how organization need to manage their information security to ensure the CIA. So it is just consolidation of all the small topic here as a part of information security management. Okay, is this clear? Okay, fine. Now, in domain 3, guys, there were no changes as such. Okay, domain 3 remains same as per the old syllabus. There are no new topic added in a domain 3. So we will straight away move to the domain 4. Okay, domain 4 earlier was 23%. They have increased it with 3%, and now the current percentage is what? 26%. Okay. In domain 4, basically, they have just added a small topic of asset management. Asset management was also there previously. As a part of asset management, they have added one topic called as a shadow IT. So shadow IT is basically a type of process where organization uses the system or any services or any software or any hardware without properly weighted by the IT team. For example, suppose if you want to buy a new security solution, so what you have done, immediately you have buy that solution and people have started using the same. Okay, or organization IT team was not involved in the procurement process. So it is an example of shadow ID. shadow IT. Okay, it is a process where organization will use a certain system, services, hardware, software without the involvement of an IT team, without the waiting of an IT team. It has their own pro and cons. Both the thing are there, correct? So that is being added in the IT asset management as a part of wireless communication and technology. The Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, RFID. RFID was also there in the old syllabus. Okay, radio frequency identifier. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, they have just added that you should know the uses of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. What are the pro? What are the cons as an auditor while using this technology? Okay, so that is being added here. Then they have added a one topic related to the log management, where they have added and topic like the different types of log and how the log needs to be managed. So basically, for the log management, their main focus is on the SIEM solutions. Like in my whenever I do CISA related class, I do discuss about SIEM also. Although it previously it was not there specifically like in a detail, but we do discuss it very much in a detail. So as a part of log management, what is an expectations here? The expectation here is what, guys, that organization need to make sure that logs are enabled for each the critical activity. Logs are enabled for each the critical activity. Logs should be reviewed in order to identify the anomalies. So basically, in order to review the log, organizations are using an SIM solution, because what happens generally, this all the security devices which are there in the organization, they generate a lakhs of log in a single day. So it would be very difficult for the organization to review those log manually. In order to automate this particular task, organizations uses an SIM solution. Can you tell me the full form of SIM solution, guys? What is an SIM? Full form of SIM, any one of you?
It is a security information event management tool that is track
Correct.
the critical activities.
Okay, perfect. Can you name any popular SIM tool in
Yeah,
the
Splunk, IBM, QRadar.
correct? Splunk is there, guys. IBM QRadar is there. Those are very popular SIM tool available in the market. So basically, what this tool will do, guys, this tool will collect the logs from the various sources. From the various sources, when I say various sources will include, for example, your antivirus log will be collected, your firewall log will be collected. If you're using an EDR solution, those logs would be collected. Then logs from the PIM solutions, logs from the DLP solutions, log from the servers log, so etc, all the logs, application log also. So all the logs would be configured in the SIM solution. What is a role of SIM solution, guys? It will collect the logs from the variety of sources. It will analyze those logs. It will try to identify the anomalies. It will try to identify the anomalies. If there is unusual pattern or unusual behavior, then it will analyze the same and it will generate some events for the same. Now it is the job of an SOC team, which is a security and operations team, to analyze those events, So basically what happens now, organization need not to review these logs, because log review task has been already done by the SIM solution. They just need to review this ticket, or they just need to review these alerts which are being generated based on the log analysis. Now in those events there would be some false positive as well. I am not saying that all the events ticket that is being generated from the SIM will be result into incident. It is not like that. There are certain tickets which will be like a false positive, but still SOC team needs to analyze those events. They need to take an actions accordingly, and basically this is how you would be doing the log management activity. Okay, as I told you, there are different types of logs which are there. So all those logs can be configured into the SIM solution to make sure that log management process works. Am I audible, guys?
Yes.
Yes, I lost in between.
Now you
Okay,
are.
let me reshare my screen. Okay.
Sure.
Fine, guys. So this is about the domain 4 basically. In domain 4, this many topics are being added. Okay, we have just discussed it very high level. Now let me move to the domain 5. Okay, domain 5. In domain 5, they have added couple of topic basically. Earlier, domain 5 was consisting 27% of a total coverage, and current now it will 26%. So they have reduced it 1%. So if you will see, guys, basically in summary, from domain one, what they have done, they have reduced 3% of weightage. That 3% of weightage has been added to domain 4. Okay, and in domain 2, they have just added 1%, and 1% has been reduced from domain 5. Okay, so in brief, this is what the changes are. Okay, yeah, Sumit, tell me please.
Yes, actually, this is regarding the log management. So we have a, term called threat hunting. So
Yeah,
for threat hunting, also we need to have some tool or some sort of a solution to
yeah,
see
yeah,
the
yeah.
potential attacks or potential, threats.
Yeah, so basically what happens, Sumit, for the threat hunting, organization will take cognizance of the SIM solutions as well. And apart from that also, for threat hunting in the organization, generally there are threat hunting team who continuously analyzes all the logs at a network level also, okay, at a different services level as well. So there is a separate team basically. Their job is not limited to the log review. They have to identify a threats from any sources basically. Correct. So for example, if somebody has sent some email which looks like a malicious, okay, so there is a proper threat hunting team basically who manages all the threats, and they do take consider the SIM events also.
So
And there
can
are
we relate this with the red teaming and blue teaming exercises?
red teaming and blue teaming exercise is not like a 24 into 7. Those are being considered as a certain
Okay.
frequency, Sumit. Like red teaming is an
Okay.
extensive version of your VAPT exercise. In VAPT,
Right.
we
Right.
only
Right. Hmm.
do verify, the technical things, but in a red teaming, you do a physical exploitations as well, networks exploitations as well. So it is an extensive version of VAPT. So all these activities are totally different. Like threat hunting is a different, okay, your red teaming is different. Blue teaming is like an defensive, I would say. Red teaming is offensive, correct? So those are different activities.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. uh, yeah, it will be effective from 1st August something. So guys, now domain 5 basically. In domain 5, they have added a lot of topics. So these are subtopic, I would say. These are not the new topics as such. The topics which was already there, in those topics, they have added this subtopic. Okay. Industrial control system security. So they basically here they are talking about a SCADA system, basically the system which will help you to which will help you to uh, effective use of the IoT devices, how an organization can use the IoT devices. So for that, SCADA, your remote terminal unit, your PLC, program logical controller. So those are being added. Then zero trust architecture. So whatever topics that is being mentioned here in this slide, those are being added as a part of subtopic to a existing topic which was there in your old syllabus. All these topics are being added here as a subtopic. Okay, I just wanted to highlight your quick attention to the new topic, and then we will briefly discuss about the subtopic as well. So this is the completely new topic which is added in a domain 5, and all other are topic are the subtopics. So they have added a new topic which is a DLP. Now DLP, basically, guys, have you heard about this topic? We'll discuss this. Uh, have you heard about DLP solution, guys? What is DLP? Data?
Data loss prevention.
Yes, data loss prevention, or you may say data leakage prevention. Okay. So basically, what is a use of this tool, guys, the use of this tool is to ensure that there is no data leakages into the company. For example, guys, suppose if I ask you what are the means or methods to do the data leakages into the company, can you tell me, any one of you guys, what are the methods available? Suppose you are working as an employee in the company. So, what are the methods available with you to do the data leakages into the company? Can you tell me quickly? One is what? You can send an email outside the organization, correct, guys? What else? Second, tell me quickly the methods of doing a data leakages into the company. Quickly tell me. Quickly tell me, guys.
Using ports to copy the data.
Okay, for example, we can use the external devices, external storage devices, correct? To copy the data. Okay, what else? Who
Maybe the
raised it?
privilege escalations is there. Let's say if we are doing some application access to the employees and outsider, and there is
Mhm.
a weakness in the system for a privilege escalation. So
Yeah.
that
So,
that is also can be considered as a leakage of a data.
no, leakage of data, sending data outside the organization, sending it to unauthorized person, basically.
Correct, correct, correct.
So, what
Hard
else,
disk
guys?
drive. Hard disk
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah,
Hard disk
yeah.
drive.
External storage drive, you can upload those data on like Google Drive or all this SharePoints and all, correct? So you can do that as well, correct? You can upload this data on some social media sites as well, correct? And what you can do, you can take a printout of a data, correct, guys? You can take a printout and you can do the data leakages accordingly, correct? What else? What else? Similarly, guys, what you can do is, for example, if webmail access is given to the employee, webmail access is being given to the employee can upload those data on their mails, and then they can open that email in the personal account, personal PC, personal laptop, and then they can download those data. So basically, guys, there are multiple methods through which employee can or users can do the data leakages into the company. So what is the role of DLP solution? The role of DLP solutions to prevent the data leakages from the various sources. So for this, in the market, there are two different type of DLP. Basically, one is a network DLP, and second is a host DLP. In their syllabus, they have also added a cloud DLP. Okay, in our syllabus, they have also added one cloud DLP. Now, what is a network DLP, guys? Network DLP will block all the instances of data leakages which are done on the network, which are done through a network. For example, when you are sending an email, if you are sending an email to outside your company domain, then sometime you might have noticed that you are getting an alert, you cannot send this email outside the organization. If your email consists any data, like any critical data, any PII SPI data, for which organization have created a DLP rule. So basically DLP works based on certain rule sets only. So if organization have created a DLP rule set and the data which you are sending is not allowed to send as per DLP rule set, then generally your email will be blocked, or one notification will come that you cannot send this email outside the organization, correct? So this is a network DLP which works at a network. If user is trying to send and do the data leakages through a network, then network DLP will block the same. The second is a host DLP. Host DLP, the job of host DLP is to detect the data leakages instances in the host machine. For example, this is a laptop I am using. Now, suppose in that laptop, if I open a Google Drive and I upload any data on the Google Drive, then host DLP will block for this kind of data leakage. Suppose if I want to take a printout of any sensitive data, then again host DLP will come into the picture. It will prevent me. For example, when I am doing a Google meeting, when I am doing a Zoom meeting, when I am doing this kind of meeting, do you know that there is an option in a chat as well? See, in the Google Meet it is not there, but in MS Team you might have seen that there is an option of attaching a document, correct, guys? Attaching a document, you can attach and you can share. In the Zoom also there is an option to attach a document. So suppose if you want to do the data leakages from the host machine, then your host DLP will come into the picture. As per the DLP rule set, it will not allow the user to send data outside the organization. Similarly, cloud DLP is also there, which will protect the data which is stored on the cloud. So these are the different types of DLP. These are the different types of DLP, and the main objective of the DLP solution is to prevent the data leakages. The confidential data which lies on your machine, it will prevent those data leakages. Okay. Yes, Sumit, tell me, please.
Can we consider the API requests also or web services that we are using for fetching some information from other sources
Yes, we
as a
can
kind of
consider.
a data leakage?
No. So basically, in the API and all, what will happen, Sumit? Basically, at the time of developing the applications, we create those API, and organization will do the API testing. So API is not a type of normal data leakages. Correct. Suppose if at the time of development, when we will follow the SDLC life cycle, at the time only the entire source code is being validated along with the APIs. Correct. So
Correct.
yeah, so basically API is not a generic source of the data leakages in as such, but the purpose of data leakages is totally different, where we are trying to protect our data from intentional disclosure by the employee, because insider threat is considered as the biggest risk in the organization. Employee are handling a very critical data, correct, as a part of their day-to-day responsibility. The organization just wanted to ensure that they don't do any intentional data leakages. For that, DLP solution is there. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
So these are the different type of DLP, guys. Then the data loss risk is being mitigated with the help of DLP solutions. In DLP solutions also works at a different states. So as I told you, when data in motion, then your network DLP will come into the picture. But data at rest, for that your HDLP will come into the picture, correct? So it is there. Then DLP works based on DLP rule set or the content analysis method that has been defined in a DLP. So DLP will read your content. Accordingly, it will disallow the content. Okay. For DLP, also, like, there are some deployment best practices. Okay. Like, as an organization, you need to reassess your rules on a regular basis, because DLP is it is very challenging to implement a DLP in the organization, because organization first need to understand what are the critical data and critical information that they want to protect. In order to do that, they will collect the informations from the different department, different people. Okay, in order to identify what is being considered critical as per their definitions. Then they need to build a rule for the same. Then in the DLP, there are a lot of false positive also generated, because as a part of day-to-day routine activity, sometime organization has to share the data with the supplier. Sometimes they have to share that data with their vendors. So for that also, the alerts are being generated, correct? So there are a lot of false positive alerts being generated in a DLP. Based on that alert, you need to again revalidate your rule. You need to do certain changes into the rule. Suppose if employee have found it out another method of a data leakages, then for that also you need to create certain rules. Because, for example, I don't know whether you are aware or not, but for example, if any file which is a password protected, if any file which is a password protected, and when you send this file, DLP will not be able to analyze this file, because this is a password protected file. Suppose if I want to leak this confidential information from I want to leak this particular Excel sheet, and in my organization they have implemented a DLP. So what I will do, guys, I will archive this file, and I will set some password for on this particular file. Okay. Now, when you will send this particular file on your email, okay, DLP will not be able to open this file, and he will not be able to analyze this particular file, because now this file is what? This file is password protected. Okay, this file is password protected. So suppose in your DLP, if you have not built a rule that all the password protected file will be blocked, then this file can be sent outside the organization. So you need to make this rule that all the password protected file will be blocked. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you here is what your DLP rule sets needs to be reviewed on a regular basis if organization identify any type of data leakages. As per that, the rule also needs to be changed. Okay. So yeah, this is about a DLP, which is a new topic added in a domain 5. Apart from that, guys, a lot of these topics are being added here. Maybe you can take a snapshot of this particular slide, guys. These are, but these are the subtopic which is being added to your main topic, which was already there in the syllabus. Okay. So I would just request you guys, if you can take a snippet of this particular slide. Okay, just take a snapshot of the same. Okay, and just take a snapshot of this one also. Okay, here also, like, if the cryptography was already there, the encryption was already there, they have just added a ECC and quantum cryptography. Okay, and this are being also added. Okay, so these are the topic which are being added to the main topic, which was already there in the previous syllabus. Okay, yeah, tell me, Rahman.
And Sachin, I have only one question. So will the recording will be provided for this session?
Yeah, yeah, I we will provide you the recording as well.
And additionally, I have one more question you mentioned in the group. Is there any discount on ISACA membership for this year?
Yeah, yeah, Muft. Rahman, what happens is generally Saka in the month of June, July, they come up with the offer where your membership will be valid till December 24, and you have to pay 50%. Like, for example, the membership cost is $140, na? So you need to pay a $70 and you will get a membership till December 24. So that offer is going on, Rahman. Basically. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, guys, perfect. So this is just a brief. Okay, I just try to cover the details on a very high level. What are the topic that is being added in our CISA syllabus? Now, I just wanted to make one more announcement here. Okay, so guys, at a GISA Council, we are doing a CISA prep training. Okay, so we are starting our batch, and these are the details of our batch. We are starting this batch from 29th June. Okay, the timing would be 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time. This would be the 32 hours session. Okay, and the session would be conducted as per our new syllabus only. So if there is someone who is interested and who want to do a CISA as per the new syllabus, you can enroll for this classes. Okay, and the fees is also mentioned on your screen. Okay, guys. So I am just sharing you this link in chat as well. Okay, and okay, I will just show you that last slide also. This is the last slide. Okay, you can take a screenshot now if you want to take.
Sachin, I have a question.
Yeah, yeah, please tell me.
Suppose anybody who writes the exam before July, no need to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through this latest content, right?
No, no, no need to go through this latest content. If you're writing it before July,
Okay.
then no need to go with the latest changes. And one more thing here, if you want to write the exam as per the old syllabus, please book your exam before 20 July. Okay,
20th July. Okay. Okay.
20th July. Okay, because after that it would be difficult that you will get the slot. So I would advise you to book it before 20th July. Okay.
Suppose, Sachin, one more question. After you're mentioning this, if suppose if I
Yeah.
book the slot before July for the
Yeah.
August month, will it be new syllabus or old syllabus?
If you postpone, that is what you are mentioning. Suppose you have booked for 24
Right.
July and then you want to postpone for 4th August, correct?
Right. 4th
Then
August.
on the 4th August, exam would be conducted as per new syllabus. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Very, very clear now.
Sachin,
And
I have another question.
Yeah,
Sachin, I am
Sapna,
at a stage where my preparation has been already done all for all
okay.
5 domains. Can
Okay.
we get some services from GIC Council where only the mock test preparation is done?
You
If you don't
can,
attend this 32 hours class, only the I need assistance with respect to mock test and just kind of ensuring readiness. Then probably I'll book a slot of next month itself.
yes, Sapna. For that, you can connect to GISA Council. Whatever, whatever documents and whatever practice questions available with me, I would help you for the same. You can reach out to me also on a LinkedIn. I will provide you whatever material that has been available with me. And for the mock test
Okay.
paper, you can reach out to GISA Council also. Okay.
Oh, sure, sure. Thanks, Sachin.
Sachin, can you please provide your LinkedIn profile name or address of it?
Yeah, sure, I will do that.
Yeah,
Give
please.
me. So, guys, this is all about our webinar. I hope you have enjoyed it. So, in case of any
Hello, sir.
query, doubt, you
Small
can
doubt,
ask.
sir.
Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, actually, I joined late because I was late from the office. Sir, joining the membership of ISACA, you said that there is a offer running only, sir, 60% we need to pay. Till what date it is been extended, sir?
Uh, that I'm not pretty sure, basically. But
No,
in
it
the
is
month
running
of
through, sir. Now?
yeah, it is running as of now. It is running as of now. So
Okay.
generally in the month of June, July, they always come up with some offer. So which
Okay.
is ongoing as of now. I don't know till what time it is valid, but as of now it is there. If you
Okay.
will
And
see.
one more thing, sir. Going with the new syllabus, now if I start preparing, and
Yeah.
the new syllabus, will it have a more weightage during the recruitment, sir? Because it has been
There is
updated.
nothing. No, Rakesh. There is not like that. Suppose if you joined and if you complete it with new syllabus, there would be a more weightage at the time of joining. Don't think about that. A lot of people who are doing it exam as per the old syllabus. It doesn't mean that your value would be lesser. Okay, since there is new syllabus, it is not like that. It will
Okay.
not make much difference. Rakesh. Correct? Otherwise, we also need to do it again. Like I have also done as per the old syllabus in 2000, previously. So it
But
is not
hope
like
that Ishaka will never ask us to upgrade ours, something like, I
no,
said
never,
it and
never.
when they
Sir.
upgrade.
No,
Okay.
sir. It
We
is
are
not
still
like that.
considered as certified sis. Okay.
You are considered as a certified. So basically, see what happened in ISO. There are versions, correct? ISO 2022, ISO 20,000, 2013, correct? But in CISA, it is not like that. It is a certificate. So once you obtain a
Okay.
certificate, it becomes valid till the lifetime you are. If you are complying with the CPE guideline, if you are regularly, paying your membership fees, you will remain CISA. Okay,
Sachin, the
perfect.
discount code we can find on the ISACA website itself, right?
Yeah, ISACA website, when you will go and register and book your exam, it
Mhm.
will automatically apply it basically.
Oh, nice. Great. Thank you, Sachin. It was a
Okay,
very
guys.
insightful session. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Sachin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does does council provide one-on-one trainings?
Sorry, one-on-one what?
Does GISA Council provide one-on-one training? Let's say, for
You
instance,
can.
I
Yeah, you
can't
can. You can.
attend the 32-hour session.
Okay. You can connect with the team even in order to get more details about the one-on-one training. Okay. I have provided you the link and the number also. Just reach out to a team. They will guide you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the joining. That's all. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much.